The Linea TGE is finally here after years of mainnet actually and endless campaigns. I actually got a video on my YouTube channel from December 2023 where I explain how to set up everything for Linea. And now it's time, as you can see here in this video, the TGE is finally here. In this video, we're gonna go through everything that we know. The TGE should be actually in the next couple of days. There will be airdrop checkers and everything around that. In this video, we're gonna go through everything that we know right now. Right around the 10-year Ethereum birthday, they are finally releasing their token. So let's go through this thread. As always, all the links are down in the description. For this one here, it's mainly this thread that we're gonna go through and my own take on all of that. So today we're setting a new standard for Ethereum L2, introducing native ETH yield, protocol level ETH burn, and an Ethereum native consortium to manage the largest ecosystem fund in the space. This is how we build the layer 2 where Ethereum wins. So they are focusing a lot on telling everyone that they are the most aligned Ethereum L2. This seems to be their strategy to win the L2 wars. Linea will be the first L2 to burn ETH at the protocol level. 20% of all net transaction fees paid in ETH will be burned, directly reducing ETH supply, supporting layer 1 value accrual and increasing the value of ETH. I said this in my previous videos. I'm not a big fan of Linea because the gas fees are way higher than for a lot of the other L2s. So the good news for ETH is if 20% of the net transaction fees will be burned, it is a lot because the transaction fees still don't feel like an L2 to me personally. Bridged ETH will generate DeFi rewards. ETH deposits will produce staking rewards to be distributed to LPs, fueling Linea's DeFi ecosystem. Linea LPs will accumulate this native yield in addition to returns from Linea DeFi activity, creating the best risk-adjusted returns and making Linea the best chain for ETH capital. Ethereum's largest ecosystem fund. Now, this is where it gets interesting for the most of you. Linea's token echoes the distribution of the Ethereum Genesis claim and puts the ecosystem first, directing the majority of funds towards users, builders, Ethereum public goods, and research and development. 85% ecosystem, so this is a lot, but for you airdrop farmers out there, and as I said, the campaigns have been going on like forever. 75% development fund and only 10% early users. This might be a lot. We don't know how much money actually is behind all of that. They should have a lot of money, but we don't know. 15% goes to the Consensys treasury with a 5-year lockup, no insiders, no value extraction, just Ethereum. So again, they are leaning heavily into the most aligned Ethereum L2 narrative here. So we got 75% ecosystem growth, public goods and research and development, and 10% to early contributors. We don't know what that means yet. This might be based on the Linea experience points. I guess most of it will. Maybe they also put in the MetaMask usage. We don't know. There's still rumors about a MetaMask wallet airdrop, but yeah, not really sure about that. Probably a clever way for Consensys to reward MetaMask users would be to also give them an airdrop allocation if they have been using MetaMask over the years. Fund management by Ethereum native stewards. The Linea consortium consists of a group of credible Ethereum organizations already significantly contributing to the strengthening Ethereum. Its founding members include Eigenlabs, ENS, Sharp linking, ETH status, and so on. So this looks good, to be honest. True Ethereum compatibility meets aligned economics. We already had this in the first tweet. ETH as gas token, ETH burn, capital efficient mechanics, ecosystem first tokenomics, steward governance equals the most Ethereum centric L2. So again, they are leaning heavily on this narrative here. With over 100 billion in ETH staked and 25 trillion in transaction volume, Ethereum is cementing its role as the global settlement layer. Linea is here to be Ethereum's most natural extension and strongest accelerator. Linea is where Ethereum wins. Believe in something, read more here. You can go through the complete blog here, but there's not really much else to know for now. So that's everything that we know right now. I'm gonna leave it at that in this video. Again, we don't know much so far. My opinion is that I still think that Linea has way too high gas fees in comparison to others out there. It will be interesting how they distribute the 10% to the early contributors. I mean, 85% to the ecosystem is a lot, but the question is about which amount of time, how much do the companies building get the different protocols. Might also be good because some of the protocols might be getting some money that they can then distribute to their users. But to all the airdrop farmers out there, the 10% early contributors might be the most interesting part. And as soon as we know more about the exact TGE date, about the allocations, about airdrop checkers and all of that, I will do another video. So make sure to subscribe, leave a like, send this video to your friends, and then see you in the next video.